Evening. Also, here's the clicky, clicky, clicky of typewriters around here. It is Friday night. I'm Wade. I'm your host. It is bitch night. It's time to get this week's bitches off of our chests to get to the weekend so we can damn well enjoy it.
Happy long weekend.
Happy long weekend. That's right. It's Remembrance Day today. I forgot about that. And in the background, of course, is Doe. Hi, Doe. Where are you? This is great. Buttons to push anymore. Let's push them all. I don't know. Silly thing. You talk, I'll listen. We'll talk. I don't know. I give up on this. Good thing nobody's watching. Oh, I don't know.
Look, there's a new button.
Yeah, I know. There's lots of new
Extra
buttons.
camera.
Yeah. I don't know. There's all sorts of crap on here. There we go.
Yay.
There, figured it out.
You pushed a button.
It only took 2.5 minutes to get that fixed, but hey, it's resolved and we're in.
It's over.
It's over.
Crisis averted.
Yes, so it was Remembrance Day today, which I hope everybody took a couple minutes at 11 minutes past the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month to
Remember those.
remember those that sacrificed so much for so little. Yeah. I went out to the Lamont Remembrance Day ceremony, and I'll share some pictures of that a little bit later on that I took, and it's kind of a humbling experience. It really is. It's the first time I've been to one since Lila received the I forget what it's called. Her son died because of injury sustained in war. It's not a Silver Star.
Purple Heart?
No, it's not a Purple Heart. That's for
I can't remember what it's called either.
I forget what it's called. But that's the last time I was at a Remembrance Day ceremony, and that was quite some time ago now.
Was that on Remembrance Day? I don't know that.
Yeah, it was. She laid a wreath at the.
That's the thing with trauma like that. You don't remember the date. You don't remember the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the year sometimes.
So yeah, that was a fun time. You okay over there? You gonna make it? And then
Weather change.
Weather change?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then we're gonna go into some product discussion here when it comes to ostomies, and we have learned more specifically, Doe has learned
too much.
Way more than what the average human being should have to know about any of this shit.
Congratulations to Dennis's wife for beating cancer.
Yes, a friend of ours, Dennis's wife, had the exact same cancer Doe had.
Except hers was on the outside.
Yeah, hers was on the outside of the bowel, not on the inside, or the whatever. And she was found to be cancer-free here the other day, so congratulations to her. I don't even know her name.
I don't know.
Dennis's wife.
Yeah,
we'll call her Dennis's wife.
Arlene's awaiting surgery.
Arlene's awaiting surgery. Haven't heard from Lisa in the last little while, so I have no idea what's going on with her.
No, I know she was in Vegas, and I didn't see
was she?
I didn't see oxygen on her, so obviously it helped her as well.
Feeling better. Good, good. So yeah, and going through all this ostomy shit and with this supplies, there is a grant or a helping hand from the province.
Each province is different.
Yeah, Alberta,
Some
you
have
get
grants, and Alberta has AADL,
which is a aids to daily living allowance that covers 75%
of the cost,
of the cost of your ostomy supplies,
depending on which vendor you use.
right,
As
on
we
the
found out.
lowest price ostomy supply. So the lowest price ostomy supply that is on the market is the Hollister.
Then from there goes Coloplast. Then from there is Convatec, and each one has different adhesion factors.
Yeah. So if you spend $100 on Hollister, you're
going to spend $300 on extra adhesions.
Yeah, but if you spent $100 on Hollister, you get $75 off. So we're paying $25 out of pocket. With the next one, Coloplast, if it's $200, we're paying $150. You know, if it's $300, we're paying or having $200 covered. So it's a fine game of holy fuck, this is getting expensive. But on the other hand, you've got to have shit that works, because we learned this summer going to a wedding that if you've got a shitty product, your time at the wedding is very limited. Never mind getting there.
And trying to find product while you're on the road is even worse, especially for Alberta, it seems. I don't know how other provinces are, but there is no outpatient clinics. So there is no outside clinics that you can go to. And once you're out of hospital, they don't want to see you. Hey, Danny B.
Yeah, there's no helping hand when it comes to educating people on these products.
Here's a product, go home.
Yeah, this is what you get. Get out of here, go home, good luck. And then you get home and you find that you're getting skin irritations, you're getting burns. They don't stick, the bags explode, just all sorts of problems. And you think, fuck, this is life. But there are other products out there that we've found that have kind of made things a little bit easier for you.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I didn't grab those extended strips.
Go ahead. There's been days or times where Doe will comment, Jesus, I've had this bag on for 4 days, 5 days. I forget when I put this one on. And it's like, good. Like that's kind of what you're after is a bag that will last X amount of days. Whereas with some of the other ones, like the Hollisters, 2 or 3 hours. We went to a wedding in Canmore earlier this summer, and on the way to the wedding from Calgary to Canmore, 45-minute drive, we got there and 3 bags let go. So, and if you figure you're paying $10 per application, that's $30 right there.
Yeah, because it's 3 pieces.
Yeah.
On average, it's a wafer, it's a ring, and it's the actual
poop bag.
Poop bag. So I'm just looking at Danny B. And just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
It's just a repeat.
Yeah, she must say it sounds a few times. So why don't you show the folks the
whole enchilada.
The whole enchilada. What works, what doesn't work, or for you anyways. It's not going to work the same for everybody. Everybody's skin type is different. The oils on your skins are different.
There's the one that I've found that works the best. Well, actually, I found 2 of them, depending on weather. Now, this is a 2-piece system, which is kind of annoying at times because, of course, you need to have.
This is a whole scientific thing here. This is very, very, very.
There's different rings, and I'll just show you an example of both. This is an Adapt 7815, which is a very thin, if you look at the sides of it. You have to pre-warm that under your arms or between your legs so that it has stickability.
Put on the outside.
Yeah, and this is another different kind, which is more fibrous. And this one is an Econ filter, which is Coloplast's product, I believe, or Econ's product. But this one will actually melt into your skin, whereas this one will not. So it just depends on what works best for you. The Coloplast, this is better adhesion. And again, it's a two-piece system. So this has better adhesion. So you clean everything off, get everything super, super dry, and then you want to apply a stoma powder. Now, if you have any irritation from any of the elasticity from your previous product being on, at that time, just rinse everything off with water. If you are one of those people that shower bag off, you can use Head and Shoulders. Apparently, the zinc helps to dry out any sores that you might have. Calamine lotion is your friend. You put it on with a Q-tip really lightly, wait till it dries, add stoma powder, and it really is a powder. And you shake that all around any sore spots and take off the excess. Give it a minute or two. It'll kind of crust over the calamine lotion. Give it a minute or two, shake off any excess, because if there's excess on your skin, nothing will stick. So having said that, there are also other adhesive products. This being Silis, and this is made by, I think it's a Convatec product, but you can find it at most places. Yeah, it's a Convatec. But this is a spray, a stick spray, if you will. You spray it on, cover the stoma, because you don't want to get that on there. Cover the stoma, spray it on if you're having really bad issues. I prefer the spray to the paste. The paste burns like a son of a bitch, and the paste is super, super thick. Like it's almost like Ozanol. And again, you want to use a Q-tip to make sure that you get it all around the outside so stuff can stick to it. And again, let it dry. Cover the stoma tip, or you can use a toilet paper roll if you have an empty one, so that when it does let go or release, it's going to go through the tube and wherever you put it. So you can kind of aim it at that point. I know, gross, right? But that's what it is. And now back to this two-piece system. So you put your ring on once you've got your powders and stuff in place. And these you want to heat up under your arm. And on the back, it shows a different circle, different size. I didn't bring a sizer with me.
That's okay. So you cut out the size of your stone on that.
Yeah, you always want to measure, especially in the first probably 5 months. And with people like me, I have chemo, so it shrinks down in size. It's really difficult. So when you're having your treatment and stuff, all of a sudden you'd measured, put a bag on fresh, and then the bag isn't fitting and stuff is burning. If it's burning or itching, change it. It's wrong. Don't suffer through it. You'll get a serious rash. So this little disc goes on after this ring, and you want to warm this up. So you put it under your arm for a little while to help warm it up. Same thing as the rings. When you can do that, one under each arm if you have to, while you're taking everything apart and cleaning everything off. Onto this ring, so your stoma will come out the center here. Now this is a two-piece system. So you have your drainable bag, and there is a peak hole, so you can see how to line everything up once you snap it all together. This one on the back has this catch. It's kind of an open ring, so this ring snaps onto this piece. It's kind of I made the mistake of having them not together the one time, and boy, oh boy, it was hard to put on my body after the fact. So you put them all together and snap it shut. And I didn't do it all the way. But anyways, you get the gist of it. Then immediately you can pre-roll this up before you even start. And get a little air in the bag, because that'll stop what they call pancaking, which is when there's too much pressure against the stoma and everything gathers at the top. And that can be problematic as well for bags. At any rate, that is the second upper scale, one from what I found to be workable. Also, they have these wonderful things. These are extended strips. And these the same deal. You warm them up a little bit, and then on your, if you're having problems leaking at one area, or the bag not, or the base not sticking, these just go around the base, like so. You want to get half on your skin and half on the appliance, so that you get an extra bit of sealing on it. And that is a miracle saver. I wish I had that in the summertime. These are things I'm just finding as I'm going along.
Learning as we go. There is no education for any of this stuff.
No, you're getting
You're
we're getting
on your own,
lost
you
in
figure it out.
education
Yeah.
as we go here. There's different types of wipes as well to remove, and there's also a spray to remove the adhesive because everything's stuck to you, right? It's all glues. So this is a adapt adhesive remover wipe, and it is what it is. It's a wipe. So when you open it up, it smells like alcohol, and it takes off adhesives. And it's about $30 a box. And then there's different ones. Nylotec No Sting, again, a Convatec product. And Convatec I found was the best for my application. I haven't opened one. So this is a one-piece Convatec unit. And again, you still put the rings underneath because that'll protect your skin, cut them out accordingly. And this is all one piece. So I don't have to snap anything together. So once there's air in this bag, there's air in this bag. I got to do it from the bottom to release air. But you roll it all up, stick it all together, and hold it against your body as you put it on for a minute or two to help. And still, after you've cut it and sized it, hold it under your arm to get it warm. And then when you get to put it on your body, I would mold it as best you can and keep molding it because they fit better, stick better once they're heated up. So the Convatec has the most adhesion, so I don't have to use all this other extra stuff. The Hollister then, now this is interesting. I gotta open Hollister. I do. No, I don't. And there's different ones. So if your stoma is like right flat against your skin, there's different Convatec or Convex and stuff like that that will help push that out. And what it does is it pushes against your skin around to make it pop out more so that you're not getting under everything and leaking. And that's fun. Leaking is fun. So this.
I don't know if I'd call it fun because every time you leak,
I
the
swear
new
like a
swearing that goes
sailor.
on around this place.
But this Hollister one is more like, you know those fabric Band-Aids that you can buy? Pretty much that is all it is. And it does not stick well to me. Some people it works wonderfully. For me, not so much. And again, a two-piece system with a much smaller bag. And some of these rings are really big. Some are smaller. It just depends on whatever your size is because you cut accordingly from the back.
And that one was a Hollister.
That the bandage one is a Hollister.
Yeah.
Convatec, I want to say, has a moldable all-in-one unit, which I just got from a supplier directly.
That's the other thing too, is Doe's been emailing suppliers and texting them and saying, hey, look, how does this piece of equipment work? What is this for? What does this do? And they will send out samples to you free of charge, which gives you a chance to kind of test drive everything before you make the commitment to go and purchase $3 or $5 or $1,000 worth of product.
The problem with your plan is like with my plan, I'm only allowed a certain amount of everything, and it is every 2 months.
Yes.
So I can only buy 30 bags, 30 wafers, 30 rings, and 1 deodorant. There's a deodorizer that you can put in the bag so you don't have any smells and it lubricates. Problem is, when they don't stick, you run out of supplies rather quickly, and it's out of your pocket, and each box, nowhere to lie, is between $89.99 and $110, $118.
Yeah, $120. I think we paid for some of them.
Depending which products you're using. So, yeah, it can get really, really frustrating and really, really costly suddenly. So this is a product by Convatec. Again, the higher end one, which cost me an extra $200 this month.
$200 this month. But
This is a moldable. So same back that you measure and cut, but instead of having a separate ring that you cut and put around and stretch and stuff, This one has this molded ring inside. So the unfortunate part is I can't see the back, but on the back, it's really hard plastic. So if you have any hernias or misshapes, it's going to hurt when you bend. And I'm not going to lie about it. It freaking hurts. But the nice part is you just stretch this out, pop it on, and it's done. And it molds. It stretches out and in. And it has a similar backing like if it's white as the Hollister. So that part is comfortable, but it has more adhesion, which is better. And I tried it through my chemo treatment just to see how flexible and how expandable it would be. And it was good, but I wouldn't suggest bending. It's not that good for bending. It really did hurt me. But I wish they had that product without the ring on the back. That would have been nice. And like I say, Hollister, they'll send you different stuff to try. This one is, I don't want to open it up, but this one helps with stomas that are shrunk into the skin or below the skin, and it pops them out. It puts pressure on everything around to make it stand out more so that it's inside the bag, not under the bag, under the stuff. So I hope that helps. But yeah, do contact the reps. There's different little things too. Like there's an M9 lubricant that apparently has a really good deodorizer in it. Essential oil drops, you can put those in the bag. And then when you go, everything will smell like oranges or grapes or whatever essential oil that you use. But do not get it near the stoma. And I made the mistake of getting a drop on my skin on my hip, and I thought I was going to lose my mind. It burns like a son of a bitch. But there's also little things like Convatec offers these, which is diamonds, and it's basically a satchel. And inside the satchel is almost like, what do you call that?
Silica?
Yeah, it's like a black charcoal silica gel.
Yeah.
So if you have a really high output, which is basically water, and some of us do, and it depends on what you've eaten, what you haven't eaten, if you've drank a lot, if you've drank too quickly after eating, you will have straight out fluids, and that's it. And the problem with that is you can become very dehydrated very quickly. So you have to stay within the 1.5 liter intake daily, and you want to slow that bag down. But what this does is if you're going to be going to a party or something like that, and you know you haven't eaten and you're going to be drinking whatever, throw one of these in. First, it deodorizes. Second, it helps gel everything up so you're less prone to have a leak, but do not use it on a daily basis.
Also, just going back to the reps when they send you the equipment, as it were, after you talk to them and ask about their items and so forth, when they ship them to you, they ship them express.
Yeah.
So you've got them usually within a day or two.
Hollister doesn't.
We're out in the country, and we usually get them within a day or two.
I've gotten them overnight.
Yeah, overnight, some of them from Convatec, and they've been really, really good about it. So don't be afraid to reach out and talk to them if you need assistance on where to go and who to talk to.
You can email them on their website.
Give us a shout. We'll put you in touch with them. You know, it's not an issue at all.
Also, you want to get yourself, these are Coloplast, made by Coloplast, and they are a curved scissor. The side is actually curved, so it helps you cut the circle. Not everybody's a perfect circle, some are oblong, whatever, but they cut very, very well. They are about $30, and they're not covered by your plan. Sometimes a rep will send you some. I wasn't that fortunate, but
no, we spent out of pocket.
Yeah, well, I've learned a lot since. But you can also, if you're in a bind and you don't have your scissors with you and you're stuck someplace, you can use a seam ripper. So if you have a seam ripper, it will cut really well as well. So it's sharp enough, and the bigger the seam ripper, the better, easier on your hands. But yeah, they're all cut to fit for the most part. You can order specific ones in some brands and in some styles, but pretty much most of them are cut to fit, and there's so many options. And there's options for colonoscopies. Yeah.
Yeah, colon ileostomies.
Yeah, different ones, and a ureostomy,
Yeah.
which is, of course, you've had your bladder removed or different options, and there's even nighttime options. Even for if you have problems where you're good all day and then you leak at night, don't go all fancy. A lot of people. I joined a online group through Coloplast, and it actually is on Facebook. It's an ostomy support group. Amazing people, so many stories, and now I don't feel like I'm alone in this. I have people I can ask, people who've had this a lot longer than me. Some have had them for 40 years, some had them since birth.
Yeah.
Just amazing group of people, and you can ask them anything. And right now, I'm trying to figure out if I go to travel, what do I need and where do I get it, and go, along the way. So trying to figure that all out will be fun, I'm sure, because I've read different things where if I'm going to the States and I'm flying, I need a TSA card. And if I'm leaving here to take my medical supplies, I need a different card. And I have no idea about Mexico yet. And then, of course, there's a secondary issue with the IVAD that I have in.
With regards to Mexico, Heather probably has a guy.
Yeah, she probably does. She probably does, but he doesn't work at the gate that I'm going through. I'll tell you that, because I will set off security alarms when I go through a security gate. Not so much at the mall or anything like that, but when I go through
the higher intensity,
ones, it will flag because the back panel of my IVAD port is, as we found out, it's steel, stainless, so it will set it off.
Still not the fun kind of implant, but it's always my bitch.
So I get to go to the doctor on Monday, and then
Thursday for the next treatment.
Another treatment.
That'll be number 11.
Yep. And then the CT scan will be on the 21st. And then I'll probably find out, because I have a follow-up on the 28th. So I'll find out on the 28th. But like I said, at my last appointment, they asked me how I was doing. I said I can stop treatment at any time. She looked at me and said, "What?" I said, "My labs are good," and I hadn't even seen them tests yet. So I said, "My labs are good, and I'm feeling probably better than I did last November before this shit started. So I pretty much think I'm done." And she just looked at me and she said, "Not till you're scanned." I'm like, all right, we'll play your game. But the last two treatments have knocked the crap out of me. And I think it's because you're treating something I don't have. I think I'm done.
I'm hoping so.
I think I'm done. And the nurse just said to me, she says, "Well, that's a really good attitude." And I said, "Well, it's my attitude, and I rise to a challenge."
And that's the one thing, talking with people that we've talked to, or we've sat down, had coffee with, or people come over to the house for coffee. And that's the one thing, when they leave, they'll catch me by myself. And Jesus Christ, you guys have a great attitude about this. You're going about this the right way. You haven't changed at all. You're laughing, you're joking about it, you're having fun. Nothing's changed with you guys. It's just, everything's just kind of, your world has slowed down. But other than that, you keep the same stupid attitude that you've always had, and sunny disposition and a positive attitude. And that takes me to your bitch that you had mentioned to me earlier about positive attitudes and disease. And it doesn't matter if it's cancer or fucking tuberculosis. I don't know. I'm making up words as I go along. Yeah, COVID, doesn't matter. Attitude is a huge factor in how you heal.
Well, you challenged me. Well, you didn't really challenge me. I kept watching him wobble in his chair. Okay, and I fixed these chairs. We've had them for 17 years, and they've been good. I've fixed them at least, I would say, 4 or 5 times. A friend of ours,
my cousin Aaron, came over
and he did epoxy glue on them.
Yeah,
and that worked right up until somebody leaned back, and then one of the chairs snapped in half because the epoxy really held. So we were down to 5 chairs at that point. They've been glued, they've been filled, they've been screwed. And my last resort a couple months ago was to take duck screws and just throw them through the back. And I don't know who they're making furniture for.
Not me.
I don't know if the last person ever checked to see what the average weight of a man is, or the fact that you're using crappy products based on, I don't know, 1950 schematics. The average guy is not 5'8" anymore and weighs well over 185. Well over. And guys lean back. They don't sit upright like a female does. Females rarely touch the back of the chair unless, they're just hanging out or whatever. But they're not man-proof. Your couches, your rockers, your recliners, all of that has a steadfast weight between 2 and 250. Now, if you're going to buy a bigger chair, you got to pay more money. You shouldn't have to. Not when the average man is over close to 200 pounds. You shouldn't have to pay more for this shit. So stop making shit furniture. That's my one bitch. My second bitch. When I was in treatment and my legs, I don't know if you remember, but in the previous episode, we showed you the leg jumps and bicep that I was having, the dyskinesia, whatever the heck it's called, from the treatment.
I got it here. Pterodyne dyskinesia. TD, touchdown.
Yeah, TD. But anyway, Wade had left and he came back just in time to see it all happen. But while he was gone and the nurse was there, I caught kind of a conversation that the lady was having on the phone across from me. And she said a thing that's kind of stuck in my gore for like 2 weeks now. And I forgot about it last week. But I'm not on the pump this week, so I'm remembering a little better. But I caught part of the conversation and then I freaking tuned her out because it annoyed me to no end. And it was, well, I don't know if she'll be around for many more Christmases. And I'm thinking, anybody fucking told me that, I literally will throat punch you and then stab you because that means you've given up on me.
It's got more violence.
The more I think about it, the worse it gets. I swear to God, I will kill you. That means you've given up. You've had a defeatist attitude. You've given up on me. I'm not giving up on me. And don't you either. Nope. And I don't ever want to hear that from anybody. I don't care if you're talking about somebody who's aged, because my dad did that for years. Well, we don't know how many years grandma's going to be here. You might want to come to Christmas. No, she was an evil woman. I didn't want to come to Christmas. We didn't get along. And that was the end of story. In the end, I won. I didn't go. I don't regret it at all. It was just self-preservation for me at that time. And you can ask anybody in my family, they will tell you the same thing. There's reasons. If I say I'm done with you, I am done with you. And it can be 25, 30 years. If I've walked away from you and said we are done, I mean it. I'm not joking.
You've been warned.
You've been warned. But if you ever tell me, well, we don't know if you're going to be around for Christmas. Well, you know what? You could die tomorrow too. It's a difference.
Yeah, nobody's guaranteed tomorrow.
I mean, it just annoyed me to the no end. And I just thought, and I tuned her out for the rest of my treatment. That was just, don't ever say that to anybody. I don't care if they're elderly or otherwise. And you can think it to yourself. Don't say it out loud.
So after all this was presented with me today, I decided I got to get out of here. No, I wanted to go to the Remembrance Day ceremony. I had some ideas in my head of some pictures I wanted to take. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of World War I and World War II veterans left. So I don't know. I didn't quite capture what I wanted to, but I went. I took some neat pictures. I did learn that Lamont County, or Lamont School rather, the grade 2 and 3 students are involved with the No Stone Unturned program, where they go around, they clean the veterans' headstones at the grave sites and lay a poppy on them every Remembrance Day, so they're not forgotten. And it was actually a really neat little service they did in Lamont. If you didn't get out today to a service, make sure you get to one here in the near future, because it's really something that we should not be forgetting about. And with, like say, our World War I and World War II vets, not a lot of them left. There's still a lot from Korea and Afghanistan, of course, but not near the numbers that there was in the previous World War. So if you get a chance to get to one and learn a little something about what's going on in the military with wars and so forth. So here are a few pictures I took when I got there. I had all the wreaths lined up at the table, which was kind of neat. And we do as we scroll down, we had a bagpipe player We played a few tunes.
That's one thing I'm not good
And
with.
that was
Bagpipes.
bagpipes, so she was grateful to miss that part of it. Bagpipes can be actually really annoying, or they can be really nice when played
They
well.
always
And
make
this,
me cry. They hit
Yes.
notes that make me cry.
yeah, this guy actually played really, really well. And here's the students getting ready to, they're taking the crosses up to the military vets, and the military vets are giving them a poppy to put on the little crosses. And then the crosses were taken back and put away on the stage. At the end of the hall, and we had these two servicemen guarding them. So that was kind of how that played out. It was actually, like I say, really, really neat to watch.
And all those crosses went to the tombstones later?
I don't know what they did with the crosses. I know the pop to the tombstones afterwards. And the boss, yeah, the boss had a couple of his old military Jeeps out there. So, of course, got to take pictures of those because the boss is there, my boss, and God knows I want to work Monday morning, so I better take pictures of his vehicles too, or I might be unemployed. So yeah, it was good to get out. It was a good service to go to, and
does he keep those in the museum?
Yeah, he keeps those in the museum. We have a museum at our shop where I work. I work for a auto salvage shop in Lamont, and we have 3 huge Quonsets full of old cars that have all been. They're
Salvaged.
all no, they're not salvaged, but they're all stored in there. Some have been rebuilt. A lot of them are original, but not damaged, not beat up, just put away for safekeeping. And so, if you get a chance to, if you want to go see it, let me know. We've got everything there from Model A's to what else? Terry's 69.
Sleighs. I remember a sleigh.
Yeah, we've got some sleighs, some horse-drawn sleighs. Terry has a 69 Camaro with 500 original miles on it in there. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff that you want to see: trucks, cars, tractors,
and there's a little
horse-drawn
bit of
sleighs,
there too.
And yeah, a little history of Lamont, of the area. Of it's cool. It's hard to explain it all. I go in there once every couple of years. So, but if you want a tour, let me know, and we can arrange that and get you in there to have a look. As far as what next week brings, like Doe said, she's got her doctor's appointment Monday morning, bright and early at 7:00 or whatever ridiculous hour she has to be there.
Yeah.
And then Thursday she has her chemo treatments again, so we'll be going to that, which will incapacitate her next weekend for the most part. So we won't be
I don't
straying
know
very far away.
COVID. That.
Yeah, the long haul COVID
problems, or if they updosed me. That's
yeah, they might have updosed you, or who knows? Maybe your cancer is gone, like you said.
I think it is.
Maybe your cancer is gone, and there's
they're treating me for something I don't.
Treating you for something you don't have.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
A lot of things I don't have that I've been treated for.
So yeah, that's about it.
Oh, and I won my challenge.
Yeah, she won the challenge. I challenged her to finish these chairs in 24 hours. We bought these 4 chairs out of Lamont. They're little old aluminum
Facebook
chairs.
Marketplace.
I'm sure you've seen them on Facebook. And bought some fabric, and I told Doe she's got 24 hours to get this project done, because I'm sick and tired of coming in and having to fix up the rest of her projects and finish shit off, which is a load of shit, but it was.
I said name them.
Yeah, it's just yeah, it's me just teasing her, and yeah, she got it done in 24 hours. Oh, yeah, a little more than 24 hours, but you know, it gave her a break. Yeah, I gave her a bit of a discount because, you know, we have bad stapler and feeble. Now the stapler crapped out, and just all sorts of issues.
An interesting issue. I got the stapler when I had my shop back in '86, and I ordered new staplers for the shop, so I just took this one home. Didn't cost me anything. Had it ever since. I've probably used it, I don't know,
a handful of times, a dozen times maybe, for whatever.
Just the odd thing or whatever. But yesterday it just looked at me and it said no more. Just no more. So as I'm stapling, it's shooting extra staples out the front. The bottom tray dropped open and it shot the whole thing out the front, and it jammed them. And every time I'd put one staple in, I'd get 14. So I just monkeyed my way through.
We have a
And
really good air stapler downstairs
I just
and
don't
no
have
staples for it.
Yeah. So, but at any rate, I got it done. It's not pretty, but I got it done. A little hammering, but the chairs, and they were only like $20 and they're metal, so I'll take them apart in spring and do a little spot weld. Get my neighbor to spot weld for me, and I'll paint them up. But the fabric,
Oh, well, you're gonna be able to get that up there.
the fabric is all wording and it's all inspirational. So it's kind of cool, and it's kind of a chartreuse green.
Yeah.
Works with white framing or it works with black. So I can go either way in the spring. If I get tired of the white, I'll paint them black.
And I told her I want wood grain color.
I said no.
Why? I'm an asshole.
Because he is.
That's
Yeah.
why. I'm an asshole.
I got a couple other projects I'll get done this over the winter. I'm in no hurry. They're not pressing.
What other projects do you have?
Well, I'll finish those lampshade
Oh,
colors.
lampshades, yeah.
Look for some RV parts.
Yeah.
I'll do the curtains. But I'm not sure how I'm going to do the curtains quite yet. That might be another trip out to the RV.
Yeah, that's no problem. It's locked, but all you gotta do is put the key in, turn it, and open the door, and you're in. Steps are out. Woohoo.
Small things.
Yeah, small things, exactly. Got the steps working. Got
Won't be any long-term travel just quite yet. But,
no, some short haul stuff out to Long Lake or out to wherever.
you
And
got to figure what works, what doesn't work.
Yep. Figure out how to use it. We've never had one. You know, just we've been tenting. So this is like moving out of, you know, the what do they all call it? The condemned basement suite into the penthouse for us.
I've done that twice in my lifetime.
So it's a whole new learning curve, man.
But I'm proud of me. I rose to the challenge. I got it done, and I got it done in 24 hours and 50 minutes.
Yeah, whatever.
Because the last chair, the stapler just it just said no. So I gave it a good retirement, and it's done.
And then when I put the old chairs out on the deck out back, just
For now.
it's minus 35,350 fucking degrees outside right now.
And I hate everybody that's down south.
So I just put them out back on the deck, and they're full of cat hair and shit. But you know what? Freeze drying cat hair on a chair looks kind of cool, and it falls off the chair. So you need to clean your cat hair off your chair. Take it outside in minus 300,000 degree weather.
I still have 2 good chairs left from 6. One's in the basement and
One's right here. Yeah. Right on then. So until next Friday,
Well,
be well, have fun, keep the peace, keep your stick on the ice,
Be kind.
be kind. That's right, and keep positive. Most
Exactly.
importantly, keep positive. Be silly, be goofy. Say goodbye to.
Bye, though.
She gone. She back. See, I got these buttons figured out now. She gone. She back again. She gone. So yeah, that's it. Another edition of Friday night, bitch night. I got nothing to bitch about, really.
Your bus. Getting hit by the bus.
Oh yeah, I got hit by a bus at work. That's right. Now that you brought that up, I'll bring you back. And for Thursday. Today's a long day already, man.
It's a long Friday.
I don't know why. Friday off really seems long. Yeah, I got hit by a bus at work yesterday. Nothing serious. I was not parked, but stopped at a red light, and the bus went to go by me on the turn lane and was hogging the line. I'm watching in my mirror and click, connected mirrors. Cracked my mirror, didn't do anything to bus's mirror. So that's all fine and dandy. And she stopped there. I couldn't even open my door to get out. So she stopped at the red light, and then I ended up getting the green light to go. And the 2 cars in front of me took off, and I made my way up to the bus door and rolled my window down. And she opens the door and she goes, "Oh, did I hit you?" And just that smarky, squirmy, slimy
Attitude.
"Oh, did I hit your mirror?" "Yeah, as a matter of fact, you did." "Oh, but you're okay." I was, "Yeah, no, I'm fine. But my mirror's all busted." "Well, you know, these things happen." "Yeah, they do. Phone your supervisor." "Pardon me?" "Yeah, these things do happen. Phone your supervisor." She calls her supervisor. Supervisor comes out, has a look at the situation, and she's an idiot because she didn't move her bus. She sat there, didn't move. I pulled off to the side of the road just to get out of traffic. She sat there. her supervisor comes out, and I can hear the conversation. You're way over you're in his lane. Like, what were you thinking? Well, no, he drove by and hit me. The supervisor says, no, if he had driven by and hit you, your mirror would be folded back. That's the way it's designed, and it's not. It's folded in. So you hit him. And she's still fucking denying it. No, he hit me. He hit me. So he come up to my truck and took pictures of the mirror and took pictures of everything and just shook his head and couldn't believe. He's, I don't mean to sound like a racist, he says, but we have a lot of new Canadians working for us now, and they are all so afraid to take responsibility for anything they do wrong. It's a mistake. Mistakes happen. Shit happens. It's an accident. It's metal. It can be fixed.
Yeah, don't be defensive.
Don't be defensive about it. Own it. You do it, own it. Huh?
And you gain respect by owning it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Exactly. Alrighty. And on that note.
Oh, one more thing.
Oh my God, I want to go pee or something.
Okay.
No, I got nothing. I got no place to go. I got nothing.
I was talking to my former boss, and
which one? You've got a lot.
Yeah, no, he because there is no ostomy clinics, he is looking into bringing in ostomy supplies. So anybody living in this area between Vegreville and Edmonton, there is no place to get supplies other than Edmonton or in Vegreville. So he is looking into it, and hopefully they'll get some in for people who are in the area, because there's one ostomy nurse that works out of Vegreville, and she does rounds once a month. And that's a long time to wait if you have an issue.
And that's the one that got a hold of you in July or whatever by phone?
Yeah.
Oh, you've had this ostomy since December.
She finally got a hold of me in July.
Yeah, fine.
And said she couldn't, she's been trying. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, you haven't, because my phone's right
Call
there.
display hasn't shown a damn thing. So
anyways, but that's just how it is in small towns and rural Alberta for the most part. So anything that you need, you can order online, but if you're ordering it online, a lot of places don't cover the whatever program you have in effect, whether it's a grant, and then you can't back bill to the grant. So
insurance
and AADL, it's hard to say. They don't allow you to submit receipts to get a refund back. You have to buy it from where you're going to buy it from. So having said that, he's looking at also getting onto the ADL program. So that will help a lot of people, even if you need one or two pieces for right now,
Yeah, quick fix.
Whatever. But also, if I just recently learned on Marketplace, there are some people who have excess supplies who have them listed. So there's a thing for you too. Again,
any information, you need a hand, you need some advice, you need a shoulder to cry on, you need a friend, we're here. Don't ever be afraid to reach out. Text us, email us, get a hold of us through Messenger, however, it doesn't matter. We're here for you 24/7, Monday through Friday, and the weekends too. What the hell? 7 days a week.
If I don't get back to you right away, it's probably because I'm sleeping. But I will get back to you.
We will get back to you sooner or later. Okay, say goodbye, though.
Goodbye, though.
Now she's gone for sure, because I just punted her right off. Gone. So yeah, that's it. Another edition of Friday Night Bitch Night. Got everything off my chest I need to get off my chest, so I'm good to go for the weekend. Don't forget, you got a bitch you want to get off your chest, and you want us to air your grievance for you, or if you'd like to join us on the show, just drop me a note. We'll get it on. We'll get things fixed up for you so you can enjoy your damn weekend. Stressing it. Don't forget to hit the old like button and the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified when we go live. We usually go live every Friday night about 8:30ish. At least we're going to try to for the next little while and go from there. So have a good weekend, kids, and we will see you next Friday. Anything else, though? Peace. She's over there giving me hand signals. I don't speak sign language anymore. Yeah, there you go. Peace.